What's up YouTube, and in today's video, I have something a bit special. Playing the BO4 course, and it took me like about 6 years to do this, but I finally got Dark Matter, and I don't know why it took me 6 years to do so, but like, I finally got it, y'all. I think I like about 1,000 hours played on BO4 on this account, and probably like found another 100 or so on like other accounts, but I took a year off for this account and I came back and yeah, I finished up Dark Matter, and yeah, glad I did. Yeah, enjoy the video. I had a really good game this game. Hope you enjoy the rest of the video.
$14 a month for a baby with a heart condition that needed specialist
Great day,
care.
guys.
She moved in with a friend from high school. Then moved out after 2 months when the friendship couldn't handle the weight of a newborn with medical needs and a mother with no kids. Then moved to an apartment complex in Midway, a place I only know about because she tried to list me as an emergency contact on the baby's medical forms, and the hospital called to verify. I told them I had no relationship with the patient or the mother and asked them to remove my information. Brent had burned every bridge she had. Shelter broken. My mother, last I heard, had tried reaching out to Corinne once and been told to stay away. Didn't want to be around wreckage. 3 years out now. I'm 40. Tidewater is running clean water. 12 full hundreds. 2 spray rigs. At 8 months after the business final. Marines with cargo insurers. Living in a pile of Hope House, which I kept, and which has no trace of Corinne left in it. My mother is still alive as far as I know. She's tried reaching me a few times over the years. Letters returned, messages shut down, left one voicemail on an old number saying she was sorry. I believe her. It doesn't change what she asked me to do. Shell reached out once, about a year ago. Handwritten letter to the office. I didn't open it. Put it through the shredder the same way I'd shred a junk mail file. Sometimes I think about what would have happened if Dale never called about the Garnet volumes. How long it would have gone on. How much more they would have taken. It doesn't matter. He called. I listened. I moved. Guys, we are so close to hit 100,000 subscribers on this channel. My manager threatened to demote me. I just smiled and said, good. Because the second you hand me that paper, this and the room went dead quiet. Hey Reddit, I'm Ethan, 35 male, contracts and compliance lead at a drone logistics company called Vantage Aero. That job title sounds boring? Absolutely right. It is boring, and that's kind of the whole point of this story. I'm getting ahead of myself. Quick context for you. I grew up in a house where reading the fine print wasn't a personality quirk. It was survival. My dad worked loading docks for 22 years until his heart gave out on Sunday morning for 4 years. My mom worked in the cafeteria at an elementary school until the police couldn't take it anymore. They taught me 2 things to remember. Nobody's coming to save you, and always know what you're saying. Dad passed, I sent my mom 6 years to cover her prescriptions and field weekly calls from my younger brother Corey, who treats my checking account like a suggestion. I've got a mortgage, a truck with 160,000 miles on it, and 0 margin for doing anything right. So when I tell you I played this whole situation patient and calm, understand that it wasn't because I'm some enlightened stoic. It's because I literally could not afford it. The demotion letter was printed on Vantage Aero letterhead. Crisp white stuff. Official font. Somebody even used the premium card paper. I thought was hard stock for a demotion is the most Vantage experience I've ever seen. Imagine the scene. Conference room B, Wednesday morning, 10 a.m. 4 people sat across from me like a sentencing panel. Russ Collier, my direct manager, held down the head of the table wearing a slim jacket. To his left, Bryn Kessler from HR clutched a manila folder thick enough to be a problem. She had that practiced look of corporate secretary, the one they must teach in HR certification. Right how to fire someone without blinking. Warren Gale, our CFO, leaned back in his chair. Scrolling the meeting was a mild inconvenience between golf holes. And Elliot Marsh, the in-house lawyer, sat at the end looking like he'd rather be literally anywhere else on the planet. He asked you here to discuss your role going forward. Tilting his head with fake concern. There have been some issues. Collaboration. Cultural alignment. Peer feedback. I said nothing. Let him cook. He slid the paper across the table with 2 fingers. Effective immediately, you're being reassigned to junior compliance analyst. You'll report to Kevin Lewis on the second. Your executive access will be adjusted accordingly. Kevin Lewis, 27 years old, 9 months at the company. Still asked people where the supply closet was. Couldn't find a vendor contract. That was who they wanted me reporting to. They didn't want to fire me outright because that creates documentation. As long as they find out but the motion is Warren didn't even look up from his phone. I read the letter once. Then I did something that clearly wasn't in their playbook. I smiled. Not a big deal. Just enough to make progress. Before I signed, I said, reaching into my bag. You should probably look at it. I placed a cream-colored envelope on the table. Thick paper. The Summit National Trust watermark was visible even under the fluorescent lights. Elliot grabbed it first because lawyers physically cannot help themselves. He went pale as he scanned the first page. This is a deferred compensation trigger clause, he muttered, mostly to himself. Previous CEO's signature. Notarized, I added. Filed with our trustee bank 3 years ago. Active. What the heck is this? Warren finally put his phone down. During the Kestrel acquisition, I negotiated an addendum to my retention agreement. Simple terms. If I file a formal report about executive fraud exceeding $5 million, and the company responds by isolating me, or firing me before addressing the reported issue, my full compensation is immediately 10 revocable instructions. Meaning once the conditions are met, the trustee releases the funds automatically. No one at this table can stop it. Dead quiet. Russ's pen stopped moving. That's ridiculous, Russ said. Page 4, Section 3. Signed by Don Ashworth. Approved by the Comp Committee as part of the Kestrel retention package. Funded in no position. I pulled out my phone and dialed Summit National Trust. Put it on speaker. Set it in the middle of the table like I was preparing. Summit National Trust Fiduciary Services. This is Rebecca. Rebecca, this is Ethan Rowe. Account verification 7742. I need to confirm trigger status in advance of the Yes, Mr. Rowe. I show your anticipatory notice was received 48 hours ago. Your integrity report filing date is on record. Can you describe the current adverse action? I looked directly at Russ. I'm being promoted to junior analyst, effective immediately, in response to a formal call I filed 10 days ago regarding executive fraud. The underlying issues are unresolved. Understood. We'll need the written adverse action notice uploaded to the case file for final verification, but based on your account document, this meets the trigger conditions. Once we receive and confirm that documentation, disbursement of $10.2 million will process within 1 business day. No company required and that's when I knew every late night, every document I buried, every time I kept my mouth shut while they twisted the knife, all of it was about to pay off. But I should probably start from the beginning. The phone call and conference room. That moment was 3 years in the making. Let me take you back.
Make this look
Vantage
easy.
Arrow moves stuff with drones. High-value freight, medical supplies, organs for transplant, lab specimens, sensitive equipment. Anything where speed and custody matter more than cost. We're talking about a fleet of autonomous aircraft operating under FAA Part 135 certificates. Which sounds fancy, but basically means the regulations are thick enough to use as a tool stop. One audit failure, and the